regroup as they head for Denmark.
Oh, it's been a tough few months for Wales. 4 defeats on the bounce and a couple of 5-1 hammerings in this Women's Nations League has led to tactics being questioned and criticism of the manager. But Gemma Granger arrives in Denmark tonight insisting she's unfazed by the outside noise. It's all about the bigger picture, she says, and the ultimate goal of reaching a first ever major tournament. Hello there. Some early football for you once again here on BBC Two Wales. It's basically because these two want to go out trick or treating and Nia's already got a costume on, ready and rearing to
I've already
go.
got enough fill-ins.
Lovely to see you both. Looking forward to this one, but we hope it's not going to be a fright night for Wales because real tough opponents once again. Denmark, 12th in the world, top of this Nations League group, and let's not forget what happened in Cardiff last month, a 5-1 hammering, Nia.
And it's exactly that. Actually, it's scary enough playing Denmark at the best of times, but actually when they're in such good form, 3 wins from 3, and Wales coming in off the back of 2 really heavy defeats.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the harsh reality of playing against these top nations. We're in League A of the Nations League. Germany ranked 6th. Denmark ranked 12th. We have to put into perspective, these are the levels that we want to reach.
Well, let's head to Denmark next then, because this afternoon's game is being played in Viborg, and out there for us, our reporter Alex Richards.
Good evening from the Viborg Arena in Denmark. Well, it's been a damp and very cold day here today. Not the most ideal conditions for the visitors, Wales, who are desperately seeking a full 90-minute performance. A blow for Denmark, who are without their leading goal scorer and star striker Pernille Harder for tonight's match. The Bayern Munich forward, who scored a hat-trick against Wales in their 5-1 win in Cardiff, is out with a knee injury. Still plenty of quality in this Denmark side, though. Amelie Vangsgaard of Paris Saint-Germain will be one to watch. She found the back of the net twice against top seeds Germany in the Danes' opening match of the campaign. Surprisingly, it looks like Gemma Granger might have gone with a change in formation for Wales. It's a rare start for Josie Green, who comes into the starting 11 for this match. 2 other changes Granger has been forced to make is replacements for injured duo Hannah Kane and Kerry Holland. They both picked up injuries in that Germany defeat on Friday night, with Holland leaving the ground on crutches. In their place comes Bristol City's Carrie Jones and Fionn Morgan. Well, I caught up with Wales manager Gemma Granger earlier on today, and here's what she had to say. Gemma, looking at the team news, are we right in thinking you've gone with a change in formation tonight? What's the thinking behind tonight's starting 11?
Yeah, so we obviously had the injuries coming into this game. So in terms of being adaptable, we wanted to make sure we got a real strong game plan tonight.
Well, joining me pitch side now is former Wales manager and captain Jayne Ludlow. Jayne, we know tonight's match is going to be another difficult test for this Wales side. How much pressure is Gemma Granger under at the moment, and how much do you sympathise with her?
Well, look, if you're leading any national team, you're going to be under pressure. Gemma knows that, and she'll thrive on those things. It's why she's in the position she is. But
another who's spoken this week about the long-term ambition for Wales and the need for patience is Wales' most capped player, Jess Fishlock. Now, the 36-year-old also revealed she knows exactly when she'll hang up those international boots of hers. Let's go back to Denmark, shall we, and get some insight into tonight's opponents. Alex has them company.
Yeah, alongside me now, pitch side, is DR Sport and commentator Henrik Liniger. Henrik, thank you very much for joining us. This Denmark team, 3 wins on the bounce in this Nations League, the perfect start to this campaign. They're a side absolutely brimming with confidence at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, because actually the World Cup was, you can say, adequate, but nothing that people were cheering about. And then these 3 matches have been very, very good, especially the first 2 matches against Germany and Wales.
Well, look, the teams are out, so let's see how Wales respond then. Your commentary team, former Wales manager Jayne Ludlow, who's with Simon Davies.
Catrin, thank you very much indeed. Well, consecutive 5-1 defeats has been a reminder of the calibre of opponents that Wales are facing in this UEFA Nations League competition. Nevertheless, Gemma Granger will not want to be on the end of another heavy loss here in Viborg this evening. But this will be another huge test for Gemma Granger's Wales. And there are a couple of changes to the Danish side that narrowly beat Iceland last Friday. Josephine Hasbo and Nadia Nadim, who you saw receive a presentation earlier for winning 100 caps. Well, they are on the bench this evening. Denmark, without key players such as Sophie Young and Simone Boy, means that starting places for Sophie Bredgaard and Sanne Troelsgaard, the later who actually scored against Wales last month. Sandra Bastos is tonight's referee, leading a team of all Portuguese match officials. Changes in personnel tonight for Gemma Granger and for Wales. Maybe a change in formation as well. That is how the UEFA broadcasters see it, although where Josie Green on that right-hand side will play is anyone's guess. She gets a rare starting place from Leicester City, of course, and there are 3 changes from the Germany defeat. Kerry Holland and Hannah Kane both picked up injuries. Kaylee Green misses out, and Carrie Jones returns to the starting 11, as does Fionn Morgan, her Bristol City teammate, who was really impressed off the bench in recent games. It was a special goal. Well, is it a night to silence critics? Wales have something to prove after 2 bruising defeats against Germany and Denmark, but take nothing away from the quality of the opposition that Gemma Granger's side have had to face, Jayne.
Look, it was always going to be a tough test. We're in the A-League, and that's fantastic, and that's because we've had some great results over the last couple of years, but obviously we want to stay there. It does help us going forwards if we're playing against the top nations more frequently. As has been said many times over the last couple of weeks, they're learning opportunities. But look, as fans, we want to see the learning on the pitch tonight.
It's half-time, and it's Denmark 2, Wales 0.
So 2 well-worked goals from Denmark in that first half. It's déjà vu, really, from the reverse fixture in Cardiff last month. Wales have adapted. They have an extra body in the back, but defensive errors once again creeping into Wales's game, giving the hosts a comfortable half-time lead. Yeah, Wales have it all to do at half-time, but Katie, as I said, as expected, Denmark have dominated possession, 70%, and they've come out with a point to prove.
Yeah,
well, you two can take a breather for a few moments because we're going to head to Denmark and get some reaction with Alex.
Well, Jayne has run down from commentary to join me again pitchside. Jayne, what do you make of that first 45 minutes? Has that change in formation worked for Wales, do you think?
Well, yeah, look, as you mentioned, there is a change of shape, so we are changing things. We're acknowledging some areas aren't working very well.
Which takes us nicely, there's a link here, girls, don't look at me like that, to Olivia Clark, who had a stormer in goal for Wales on Friday night. She's also been bossing it in the WSL for Bristol City, having made her debut in the last few weeks. You like that one?
Wow, I've always wanted to do this.
Well, look, we have got some top talent on display this evening. Also some top talent in the BBC Women's Footballer of the Year shortlist. There's 5 names in there in all, and here's a little look at them all. OK, then, let's go back then to Denmark and prepare ourselves for this second half and join Jayne and Simon.
Thank you, Kat. And they still have hopes of avoiding relegation in the Nations League. It's finished in Viborg. It's finished Denmark 2, Wales 1.
And that win for the Danes, well, it takes them further ahead at the top of this group. Iceland take on Germany tonight, kick-off at 7. Wales are still without a win down the bottom there, but they will be targeting their next game at home against Iceland to avoid relegation. He was excited to hear what Gemma Granger had to say. We can't wait either. She's with Alex.
Gemma, how do you reflect on that one? Another defeat, but an encouraging performance and a lot of positives to take away.
We're going to get more reaction from Captain Fantastic Sophie Inkel, who's with Alex.
Sophie, given how many injuries there are in this team at the moment, how proud are you of that performance tonight?
Yeah, let's go back to Denmark, shall we, and hear from Carrie Jones.
Carrie, a disappointing result tonight, but a positive performance from this Welsh side.
Do they go with the back 4 then, do you reckon? Because we dominated last time, do they go with the 4 or do they go with the 5 that they've just seen success with?
That is what we're going to have to wait and see. What a question to leave us hanging on. Thank you very much, both. We will be back. Match of the day highlights as Rob Page's side, they take on Armenia, a crucial game for them as they try and head for the Euros. And another big game coming up for Wales now as they face Iceland. Can they get their first win in this Nations League? Thank you both for your company. Thank you at home too. We're off trick-or-treating. Girls, get your brooms. We're off. We'll see you very soon. Good night.
This will be another huge test for Gemma Granger's Wales. And it's a header, and it's a goal, and it's Vangsgaard. Redguards, 2-0. Fishlock to get Wales back in this game. Still a defeat, but signs of improvement, and they still have hopes of avoiding relegation in the Nations League.